Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming to y'all with another video, man. Hey, it has been a minute. It's been a whole month since I posted a video, and I got my reasons, been busy, all this, but blah, blah, blah. Y'all don't really want to hear my excuses, man. Y'all just want me to hop into the topic of this video, which I'm about to do right now. The topic of this video is we can smell you. We can smell you, man. And I just got to thinking, because I had a conversation with somebody the other day, but I got to thinking about something. A story. I'm gonna share a quick story with you. I remember back in the day, right? It's probably like Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving. I think it was maybe Thanksgiving. It was around Thanksgiving, somewhere around that time period, man. We was having to get together over my pop's crib, and you know, I'm sitting in there with the family. Get a call from my friends. Hey, man, we're gonna go over here to the gambling boat. I wasn't an adult at this time. We're gonna go over here to the gambling boat because at the time in Kentucky you couldn't gamble, so we would go over to Indiana to the gambling boat. Go over there, man, and we, of course, we smoking, the loudest of the loudest, stickiest of the ickiest, all the way there. I lose a little bit of money because I'm not that much of a gambler. I'm just not. I think I had about $100 budget that night. Once I lose $100, I'm done. I really don't gamble. I don't hit the casino. Don't do any of that. It was just an off night, whatever. I just wanted to go with the friends. So I go over there, lose about $100, and said, okay, I'm done. We hop back in the car, heading back home. Well, to my pop's house. They're going to drop me off at the party. And smoking the whole way back. I walk inside, at the good time with the fellas. And my daddy came up to me. Pops came up. He said, hey, man, you really think we can't smell you? You think we can't smell you, man? You came in here smelling like that? For the whole family, completely embarrassed, man, because my whole family's in there. And I done came in and walked around like all of 1 minute, and Pops comes up and like, nah, dude. First off, we was inside the car hotboxing. Second off, we was in there smoking the stickiest of the icky. So it was some strong. It was loud. It wasn't no silent. It wasn't mid. This was very potent weed. And the stench, I know, had to catch his nose as soon as I walked in through that door. I say all this to say, you know, a lot of times people who smoke think for some reason other people cannot smell them. Some people will swear up and down that they don't care, but I'm gonna tell you some situations where you're probably gonna care if you smell like weed. Number one being, if you get pulled over by these police, man. I told a story before in the past where I got pulled over by the police and they said, look, we smell the odor of marijuana in the car. And we're gonna need to search your vehicle. Not a situation you wanna be in, man. I don't care if you have weed in the car or not. You don't wanna give them reasons to start searching your car, pulling you out. Because if you are a pothead like I was, 9 times out of 10, they're going to find something. Even if they don't find weed, they're going to find paraphernalia. They're going to find something you ain't supposed to have. Point blank period. And say it's one of those off chances that you don't have anything whatsoever. Now you just put yourself in a situation where you got to deal with the police much longer than what you have wanted to. They probably would have just let you on for your little minor traffic violation or whatever the case is. But you don't want them kind of problems, man. And if you're riding dirty or got something else going on inside of your life, you definitely don't want any kind of police encounters at all. So let me just say that, man. It's been times where literally I caught a case, you know, a while back, had my gun inside the vehicle, had my weed inside the vehicle. They smelled the weed, they searched the car. You can't have weed with the gun. That is a felony. Now, luckily, I beat that case. Luckily, I had a good lawyer that came to court and did what they were supposed to do. But who wants to go through all that? You got to fight a felony case because you have your weapon to protect yourself and you have weed inside the car. That is a felony. Straight up and down. Also, another time that you may not want to be smelling like weed. Because all of these times I'm telling y'all, man, is things that I've really experienced inside of my life. Whether it was me or somebody else. I remember I went to my daughter's dance, her dance tryouts. This was tryouts last year, right? And I walk inside there. It's a little room. You know, they have all the kids inside there trying out. They don't want the parents to be inside of there while the kids are dancing, trying out. You know, it's cool. It might be a distraction, whatever. So they have us all outside. Time to pick up the kids. We go inside. All the parents inside of this little small room waiting to get our kids. Somebody smells just like weed. Just like weed. There's another time that you do not want to smell like weed. It's when you have your children with you, especially if you have to go pick up your children from somewhere. You almost smell like that, brother, sister. You almost smell like that. That is a CPS, Child Protection Services, case waiting to happen. You are jeopardizing having your children by doing that. Even if you are living inside of an apartment house, whatever, and somebody knows you have children inside there and there's a strong odor of weed coming through there, say the police just, you know, they knocked on the wrong door. Say your window was cracked open, door was cracked open. Somebody just happens to be walking by. They know, hey, this person has kids inside their house. You don't have no medical marijuana card. Not a good look. Not a good look, brother, sister. Definitely don't want to be doing that. That just came to me offhand. Another time that you don't want to be smelling like weed, because everybody talk about, yeah, I smell like loud. It's only a flex when you're around other people who smoke weed. It's not a flex when you're around people who don't smoke weed or don't care for weed or whatever, or you're in a place that you shouldn't be smelling like weed. Another time you don't want to be smelling like weed is when you come across somebody that you don't want them to know that you smoke weed. I have been out before and seen people who I've known from the past and completely avoided them because I knew I smelled just like weed. I knew I did. I've seen old teachers out before. I've seen old friends out before, like from high school. I've seen people that, you know, I haven't seen in years. And I'm like, I don't want them to come up on me and I'm smelling like this. You know, so that's one thing. Another thing that I want to say, man, is that you just don't want to be inside that kind of situation to where you're going to come across somebody. What if you come across the pastor from the church? You say, hey, brother, sister, whatever your name is, and smell just like weed. What if you come across your granny? What if you come across your granny's friends? What if you come across somebody that you just don't want them knowing? You might be grown. You could be 30, 40, 50, 60. But you just didn't want them knowing that that's what you choose to do in your spare time. Because like alcohol, weed is something that you can smell. And probably even worse, because alcohol, they got to be right up on you. You can't smell somebody from down the street. I can smell somebody who is smoking weed inside the house. If the window's cracked, I can smell it down the street. Really bad, like when you're driving down the street and you see smoke coming out the window, and then it's just all, I might have my windows down and all that smoke just pours in. Just imagine all the attention that you're bringing to yourself, man. I'm saying this because I don't want people to go out here and think nobody smells you. We smell you, bro. We smell you. Straight up, we smell you. One more thing, you don't want to be caught smelling like weed while you're at work. I don't care if you got a medical card or not. You don't want to be smelling like weed while you're on the clock. I just heard a story not too long ago about somebody who went to work and, yeah, somebody snitched on him. Somebody told the big boss, yeah, so-and-so's coming in here every day smelling like weed. And they wasn't even smoking before they went into work. They wasn't smoking right before, like in the car. They was smoking, you know, at home. Or they had stuff that, you know, already smelled like weed and they was wearing it, and you can smell that, man. Even when I go around my friends, I got my little shirt here off to the side. If I had that shirt on, if I had this shirt on, and I go to my friend's house or whatever and they smoking weed, I could put this in the dirty clothes and literally take it out days later to wash it, and it still smells like weed. And now my other stuff smells like weed too. It's a very potent odor. It's very strong, man. But all that to the side, I just want to say, be cautious. Be cautious about it, man. I'm not trying to tell nobody, if you smoke weed and that's what you do, hey, that's what you do, man. But I'm here to say also that I want to keep on encouraging those of y'all who have decided not to smoke weed anymore, that that's enough. Enough is enough. Man, I just want to congratulate y'all. I want to lift y'all up in spirit, lift y'all up in prayer. Like I truly do, man. I'm so grateful that this channel could impact as many people as it has already, and it's going to continue to impact more people. I truly, truly appreciate it, man, from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that y'all feel my sincereness inside of this moment, because I never thought that just me sharing my experience or my story could help out so many people, but to see literally thousands of people, thousands, tens of thousands of people be impacted by one story being shared. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I would never think it. And just, you'd be amazed how if you just give up something, give up a vice, it doesn't even have to be weed, man. It don't even have to be weed. It could be anything. Any vice that you have that's unhealthy inside of your life. It's amazing how that when you give up this thing that has a stronghold on you, how God will pour you out so many blessings, man. And the blessings came, you know, personally inside of my life, through relationships inside of my life. I've seen physical transformations, spiritual transformations, mental transformations, all kind of different things, man, that I never would have even thought possible. And then to also know that you're having an impact on other people's lives, tens of thousands of people, man. If you're going through this, if you're coming out of your storm, if you're going through your storm, man, share your story. I don't care if it's weed, I don't care if it's alcohol, I don't care if it's sex, I don't care if it's drugs, I don't care, whatever it is. You know, if you've been through something inside of your life, I don't care if it's an accident. You know, if you made a mistake, if you had to do some prison time, if you had to whatever, man, share your story, because you never know who your story will help. And that's the message I want to leave y'all with here. Don't be scared to be yourself. Don't be scared to tell your story, because there's a blessing in every single message that we give out. Every trial and tribulation that we tell, somebody else is being freed, man. And I just want to keep that going. 502 King Paul, I love y'all. Till next time, y'all stay blessed. I'm out of here, man.